Hello everyone and welcome back to another day of Road to TCG Worlds 2017. We continue exploring the new GXs from Guardians Rising. Today is Tapu Koko's turn, and as you can see I have a 2-2 split simply because both arts seem really cool. And I mean, now that I'm looking at them, the regular art I think looks more appealing than the full art, but it really doesn't make a difference. 170 HP, pretty nice, no weakness, no resistance, and 2 retreat costs. That's pretty standard for the Tapus. And its ability, Aero Trail, once you play it on your bench, you may move as many energy as you want, as many lightning energy as you want onto Tapu Koko and promote it to the active slot. Now, that allows you to chain Tapu Kokos really easily. It's a really nice way I mean, you don't heal, but you essentially replace your attacker and force your opponent to have a Lysander to get a knockout on any Tapu Koko they already damaged. And then you have Sky High Claws for 130 damage, 3 energy, pretty good return of investment, if you will, in terms of energy needed to deal the 130 damage. And then if you factor in Choice Band and Professor Kukui, you get a maximum of 180 damage output, which is pretty nice against every single GX Pokemon or basic EX Pokemon, except Lapras, I guess. And then you have Tapu Thunder GX, which deals 50 damage times the amount of energy your opponent has attached to all of their Pokemon. So it's a really good closeout attack, can definitely net you a 1-hit KO in certain stages of the game, and it's not exactly easy to play around that because it might, like the sole existence of the GX attack might make your opponent reconsider in attaching energy to their Pokemon so that they don't activate a 1-hit KO through Tapu Thunder GX, but it might also set them behind if they're not attaching energy every single turn. So it's a win-win for you, definitely, and pretty much a really good card. I don't think Lightning had been well represented so far in the meta game, but we do have Tapu Koko now, and I'm pretty sure it's gonna be a mainstay of the standard format. Now, to go along with Tapu Koko, I decided to include a 1-1 Electrode line. Electrode, with its ability Buzz Up Thunder, it knocks itself out, but it becomes a special energy which provides 2 lightning energy of 2 lightning energy. You can only attach it to a lightning type Pokemon, but if you switch that lightning type Pokemon with a different Pokemon, the card actually doesn't get discarded. You would think like Double Dragon Energy or the things like Flash Energy or Splash Energy rather, Strong Energy, things like that, they do get discarded if they're not attached to a Pokemon of their corresponding type. But Electrode, it needs to be attached to a lightning Pokemon after you use its ability, but after that, if you Ninja Boy into something else, there's really no need to, or you don't have to discard it. We also have an assortment of different attackers. We have one Raikou, which is a pretty good non-EX. Its ability Shining Body prevents damage dealt to Raikou, which pairs really well with the Ether Paradise Conservation Stadium, which reduces damage to lightning type Pokemon and Grass by 30. But its attack Thunderlance essentially can do infinite damage. Obviously it's capped to the amount of energy run, and you don't want to run 20 energy to try and max out on Raikou. You want to spread your resources, but it seems like a pretty nice way to, a pretty good non-EX attacker, which in a pickle you could like go all in on a play on the Raikou and potentially get back-to-back 1-hit KOs on different Pokemon, including or especially thanks to Choice Band's help. Now we also have Pikachu-EX, which kind of achieves the same thing as Raikou does. Iron Tail is obviously an unreliable attack, dealing 30 damage for every heads you get, flipping until you get tails. But Overspark is actually a really nice way to increase your damage output for 4 energy, dealing 200 damage. That's pretty good. A lot of the decks are foregoing running Fighting Fury Belt in favor of Choice Band, so it's not so likely that they will have 210 or 220 HP. And with the Choice Band and 4 energy, you actually do get a chance to one-shot a lot of things. Finally, we have Jolteon-EX, as it offers basic Pokemon protection. It can do really well against Turbo Dark, really good against Volcanion and things like that. So Jolteon-EX is a really good attacker to have, especially when paired with a Ninja Boy, which I actually forgot to include, so I'm gonna include that right now. Talking about Ninja Boy, and I forgot to include the Ninja Boy. Okay, there you go. So let me save this real quick so I don't forget, and let's open up the deck list because we haven't finished figuring it out yet. Oh, excuse me. We also have two Tapu Leles. Tapu Lele allows us to search for the Ninja Boy, for a Lysander, for the Fan Club, for the Kukui, for any supporter we need at any given time. It can also be powered up in a pinch as well. You can attach Electrode and Ninja Boy into the Tapu Lele, and Electrode would stay on the Tapu Lele. And we also have one Shaymin for more draw support. Now we are using a ton of basic Pokemon, and you want to be able to cycle your Tapu Kokos as well as potentially get rid of the damaged ones on the bench. So that's why I'm using a combination of two Skyfields so that we can open up our bench, but maybe perhaps once a Tapu Koko is damaged, you want to get rid of it, and that's why we have the Ether Paradise Conservation Area. I tried fitting 2 and 2, but it really wasn't possible. So 2-1 is the count we'll be using for today's video. We have the 4-2-2 basic supporter lineup, and we also have the Tech Kukui, Tech Fan Club, Tech Ninja Boy, because we can search for them directly with Lele. Bridget is not a good option in this deck because you want to play the Tapu Koko from your hand, and that's why Pokemon Fan Club is superior here. We also have 4 Seeker, 4 Ultra Ball, 3 Trainer's Mail, and 4 Elixir, as would be expected. And finally we have 3 Choice Band, 3 Experience Share to conserve our energy, and 1 Rescue Stretcher and 1 Field Blower. Now we have a total of 11 energy, 4 of the really nice Secret Rare energy, and 7 of the really nice as well Sun and Moon energy, and that's the deck list. So let's jump into the ladder. These new deck lists or explanations are definitely taking a longer time than usual, but it is because there's just so many new cards to go through, there's so many things to talk about. Guardians Rising is a great set. It's probably the greatest set in Pokemon since either Phantom Forces or Roaring Skies. Ancient Origins brought a lot of good things to the game as well, but Guardians Rising has it all. It has cool energy, it has great trainers, great supporters, great stadiums, great GXs, great non-GXs. Guardians Rising, like if there's any set you want to buy boxes from, looking into the future, into investing and building up decks and a collection, Guardians Rising is definitely the set to invest in right now. So we get an okay-ish hand. I can immediately grab Tapu Lele and find Fan Club for Tapu Koko and the Shaymin, perhaps. Wow, we are up against Passimian. So this is not great because we're up against a fighting type deck. I mean, Tapu Koko doesn't get one hit KO'd because it doesn't have a weakness, but we might have 2 prize liabilities such as Shaymin and such as Jolteon on the bench. Okay, so we get the Lele and we get the Koko, which is pretty good. Powering up Jolteon would actually not be a bad idea, but I don't think we can do it immediately. We should definitely try to lead with a Tapu Koko. Okay, there's another Ultra Ball, discarding a Sycamore, which indicates a Versus Seeker or another Sycamore in my opponent's hand. He does go for Oranguru and draws an extra card. So no energy, no third Passimian, but we really don't want to go all in on the Tapu Koko play. So I'm gonna Trainer's Mail, I'm gonna grab the other Elixir, or the 1 Elixir I mean, and I'm going to play the Tapu Koko. I'm not gonna use its ability. I guess it didn't allow me to use it because I have no energy, attached right here. We do hit the elixir with a secret rare energy. That's pretty cool. I reckon the choice bands are just like, they're not gonna be a difference. My opponent probably doesn't run any EX Pokemon, so I'm just gonna attach those. And the question here is, do I Lele? What do I do? Do I Sycamore away the Lele? Is there anything I would want to search with the Lele? I'm just gonna Sycamore. Okay, so if we manage to hit this max elixir, we're actually gonna get a turn 1 KO, but we whiff. Ugh. That's too bad. That is just too bad. So we're gonna get a turn 2 knockout instead of turn 3. I'm not gonna play anything else. I could retreat, but I'd rather Jolteon get damaged instead of Tapu Koko. If we lose 2 prizes to Jolteon, that's fine. My opponent needs either a choice band and another Passimian, or all 3 Passimian. So there's a Sycamore. The bursting balloon is very annoying though. Very, very annoying. You do see the other Sycamore I was talking about. My opponent is the one to actually play the Sky Field, so that's pretty good news for us. Okay, so we get another Koko. Pikachu is definitely not the card I want to see here, so I could go for Shaymin or I could go for Lele. I think Lele is the better play. I just need 1 energy. I don't want to waste my Tapu Koko's ability benching them. So I'm gonna use Lele, and with Lele I'm gonna grab an N. I'm gonna play the Ether Paradise. And let's see here. So I'm gonna grab an N. Yeah. We just need 1 energy. And we don't get it. Wow. Oh my gosh. We whiff the elixir and we whiff the energy the next turn. Halfway through our deck, 1 out of every 6 to 5 cards being energy, and we do not find a second one. Okay. Okay. Okay, so there's a knockout on the Jolteon. It sucks, but of course the next card is the energy we needed the previous turn. I can Ninja Boy the Tapu Lele into an Electrode, but how does that help me? It doesn't really help me. So I might as well just end my opponent down to 4 cards. His hand is too big at the moment, and maybe we can save the Ninja Boy play for another time. We do hit an Experience Share, which is pretty good. I'll attach to a Lele, and I'm gonna Sky High Claws for the knockout. Get a 1 prize card, so the price trade-off is not too great here, but we'll manage. Ether Paradise is gonna go a long way in making 2 shots, 3 shots, if for some reason my opponent actually has Passimian priced, which I would assume he does, unless he finds it right now. He might go for something like a Stretcher and the other Passimian if he found it off of his prize cards. That would just force us to play the Tapu Koko though. There's a Bursting Balloon. We do have the Lysander, and there we do see the Rescue Stretcher. It's strictly better than Body Rescue, and he's gonna deal 100 damage for now. Equarm will return the other Bursting Balloon. There's a Float Stone. And there's a team play for 70 damage thanks to our stadium. So now I'm gonna knock out the Oranguru to deny my opponent from getting any extra draw advantage. And with the Aether Paradise, he needs either the 4th Passimian or to replace the stadium to get a knockout. To see another bursting, we do see an N, which I am okay with. And there we go. We do manage to survive with 30 HP. Now, off of the Versus Seeker, we did manage to hit. Okay, choose a Lightning Energy to move to Tapu Koko-GX. I want the 3 off of the active, I guess. Yeah, the 3 off of the active, and then I'm gonna Versus Seeker for a Lysander. And after I get a knockout next turn, I can actually Ultra Ball for my second Lele to grab a Lysander in case he does have another Bursting Balloon. So Ultra Balling for Lele is just so good to get the right supporter you need, and that makes me want to run, like, I really want to keep running 3 Lysander and reduce my Versus Seeker counts, but also running higher counts of supporter cards means every Lele has a higher chance of hitting the target you want, which is essentially why you're playing Tapu Lele. Okay. So yeah, my opponent is definitely in a pickle right now. Even Tapu Lele, like my own Tapu Lele, could be good. Okay, so he gets the Delinquent off. He discards all 3 resources we had. He even gets a Choice Band, so he gets to do 100 damage. But after we knock out this Mew, Passimian's gonna be hard pressed to do anything at all. We whiff the Elixir. We were actually going to draw a lot of good cards, but it's no big deal. Let's just use Sky High Claws. We get the knockout on the Mew. We get an energy, and I guess we don't knock out Passimian with Tapu Lele and 3 energy. That's okay. We can 2-shot. It's really no big deal. If we had the Ultra Ball though, that would be amazing. There's a Tapu Lele of my opponent's, so probably goes for a Sycamore. No, he goes for a Lysander, so presumably he does have the TCE, but he doesn't have anything else really. No, he actually doesn't. He does that to stall, and I top deck the Tapu Koko. Wow. Okay, so I'm gonna switch the energy around. Yeah, I don't need to attach any more energy, do I? Now I could attach this energy, but I'd rather save it simply because my opponent might try to Lysander once again to stall, so having the energy in my hand means I will be able to attach it. Although with this Ultra Ball, I can search for my 4th and final Tapu Lele, Tapu Koko, making sure that, yeah, there's a Verse Seeker for Lysander. But if I find my 4th Tapu Koko, well, actually, yeah. Actually, I probably should go for Shaymin. I don't have another way to retreat though. How many? There's 2 energy, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, but I get a Ninja Boy. Issue is I don't knock out the Lele. Do I? No, I don't. Wow. Ultra Ball for Shaymin into Coco into Ninja Boy to Pikachu-EX. Is that my play? Or do I go conservative and just... let's try that. Why not? Okay, so we're gonna go for Shaymin. We have the Tapu Koko. We have 2 Verseekers left. But Pikachu-EX is in the discard pile, isn't it? Oh, well, we have the Stretcher, so we want to find the Stretcher. Yeah, Pikachu-EX is right there. Okay, so let's see what happens here. And we should have this game won, so that's why I'm trying to do this. Okay, so I get an Ultra Ball, I get a Verseeker, but I don't get the Stretcher. So if I... How can I guarantee the Stretcher? I can't. I really can't. So I'll just search for the Tapu Koko. Yep. I really wanted to do that Ninja Boy play, but that's okay. That is a-okay. So there's Coco. Let's move the energy. And we promote Tapu Thunder GX. My opponent has 0 energy attached. Wait, I haven't played a supporter card, so I just Lysander for the win. I actually forgot I could do that. The Pikachu-EX play actually could have worked out for us. Okay. So let's find another match and see what happens, but the deck definitely flowed well. I don't think Passimian Mew is a good measure of success for any deck really at this point in time. And yeah. Okay. Okay, so another fighting type deck. This time Lycanroc. So Lycanroc versus Tapu Koko. That should be a really good match. Although I do think, especially with this hand, I do think Lycanroc has the advantage. We'll see. We'll see. The ability is gonna be really annoying. Definitely going to be really annoying. Okay, Choice Band Oranguru. Choice Band Oranguru. Choice Band Lele, okay. Wait, so my opponent seriously used Tapu Lele for Brox? He actually did that? Wow. Brooklet Hill? Like, it's a good stadium, but like, you'll see right now. Brooklet Hill essentially allows me to search my deck, and even though I don't have basic fighting or basic water type Pokemon, I can search my deck and figure out my prize cards, figure out different things just because the stadium is in play. That's actually, I don't know if that's good or bad. I actually don't know if that's good. I mean, well, it's obviously bad. Like, is the drawback is the advantage of you drawing your basic Pokemon earlier on worth it to give your opponent a free tech search every game? Wow, and we see the third we see a third choice band right there. Okay, so we do manage to find the Ultra Ball. So let's do Brooklet Hill. See, we don't have anything, but we are still able to search our deck because my opponent doesn't know that. So let's figure out our prize cards. There's no Tapu Koko priced or Tapu Lele's, that's great. There's actually no Pokemon priced, so that's pretty good. So no Elixirs priced, no Trainer's Mail priced, no Trolls priced, no Verseeker priced. So what is priced? 1 Lysander, 1 Sycamore, 1 EXP share, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 2 energy, and something else, which I don't know what it is. Okay, that's fine. So the Ultra Ball. With the Ultra Ball, I want Lele, and with Lele, I want Fan Club, I guess. But I really don't want to discard energy. I have so much energy right here. I generally don't know what to do. I guess... No, the experience share is just so good. Okay. I'm gonna discard 1 energy. And I'm gonna search for Lele. And with the Lele, I will search for the Pokemon Fan Club. So, Lele, I will search for Pokemon Fan Club, and with the Fan Club, I guess I will go for another Coco and Shaymin. Okay, let's play first the Trainer's Mail. We get a Choice Band. That's a nice thing. Well, actually, it's not that nice. Yeah, no. Okay. Tapu Lele might actually end up attacking here. Or I can just bench. Well, I'm generally confused. Oh, Shaymin is priced. Whoops. Shaymin is actually priced, so never mind. Never mind. Okay. So, I'm gonna bench the Coco. See, the thing is, I generally don't think my opponent threatens me right now. I mean, it all depends on... We whiffed the elixir. It all depends on, does he have a lot of switching effects? Okay, so there's a Lycanroc. Does he use the Lycanroc ability? No. Chooses not to. Okay. Thankfully we don't have to be afraid of Carbink Break's ability. I mean Carbink's ability rather. There's a DC 12 slash. I think the Choice Band right there was a bad idea because now he can't attach a Flowstone, so he's gonna have to wait for us to get a knockout. Or he could Field Blower his own Choice Band and attach the Flowstone. But then he misplayed with the first Field Blower. Okay, this is really bad now. This is really, really bad. And I need an experience share, and I know one is priced and I discarded the other, so I'm in a lot of trouble. Or I need to hit more max elixirs. And I hit the experience share, so that's good. That is good, okay. I am, however, going to lose. I mean, I think I should get rid of the Skyfield, perhaps? 200 HP is great though, because we can use our GX attack. No, I won't get rid of the Skyfield. And this is all I'm gonna do for now. I don't want to bench Jolteon. Jolteon is a really easy target for him to get a knockout, especially with its ability. He can use this to bring up this, like this Tapu Koko, but that's fine. What I wanted to accomplish was for him not to get rid of my energy. So the follow-up Lycanroc is going to be really scary. I'm not gonna lie, the follow-up Lycanroc is going to be really, really scary. But I'm gonna use my GX attack to get rid of the first one at least. And yeah, as you can see, with the Rescue Stretcher, like, we can swap around the Tapu Leles. Oh wow, 50 damage times the number of benched Pokemon. So with that Choice Band, he can actually knock me out pretty easily. Or with the strong energy actually, wow. We are in a lot of trouble here. He's already discarded 2 stadiums, so I really wish I had an N here. Rescue Stretcher, meh. I'll just Tapu Thunder for 200 damage exactly. So we get a knockout as well. We get a return knockout, which is pretty good. We find Shaymin, we find Jolteon. Yeah, the issue is the GX attack. Lycanroc's GX attack is really good. You have to manage your bench really well. And by really well, I mean we have to hope he doesn't have a counter stadium. If I had an N, I'd feel really comfortable, but because I don't, then I don't. There's a TCG. We need a supporter card. That's what we really need. We need a freaking supporter card. Next turn, I mean, we're probably gonna have to use Tapu Lele. Oh gosh, does he knock me out? 100, 150. No, he doesn't knock me out with the GX attack, even with the Choice Band. Okay, so we get double elixir. That's actually pretty nice. Hoping we hit 1, you know? But the stadium. Maybe I should have played the stadium. Okay. So he didn't go for the GX attack. He went for Claw Slash. Gonna play this. I'm gonna play both of these. I do hit the first one, which is really good to see. I mean, I could Fan Club. I could Fan Club to get Coco and Shaymin. I could do that. And he gets a knockout with a GX attack, but then I get a knockout with Lele potentially. Or a follow-up Tapu. So maybe Fan Club is my best play here. But I mean, he gets the knockout anyway with the GX attack, right? So might as well. Might as well make him waste the GX attack, that's the thing. Okay, so Tapu. If I had the Ninja Boy play, I could have gotten a KO with Pikachu. Perhaps. But anyways, so I definitely want to transfer all of Tapu Koko's energy. I want to leave the 2 energy on the Lele, and I'm gonna Shaymin. So now no matter if I get the stadium, he gets a knockout. I get a Choice Band, but that doesn't really accomplish too much. It really doesn't. No N still though. No N. Which really sucks. I'm gonna attach energies to Lele. And I will Sky High Claws. Yeah, let's do this. I will Sky High Class. So my opponent gets a knockout. We still have 3 energy, which is pretty good. We have the Rescue Stretcher. If we had N, we could have a pretty much perfect turn. The turn afterwards. But we don't. So it's gonna be rough. And yeah, Lycanroc is tomorrow's video. So definitely be on the lookout for that. There's the Brooklet Heal for my opponent. The third one. So opting for consistency. Brooklet Heal might actually be decent in Primal Groudon. I think so. Like finding Groudon immediately seems pretty good. Okay, so we see a strong energy on the bench. Lycanroc. I would give anything to be able to use an N right here. Okay, so my opponent realizes, or he must be looking at the GX attack. He must also realize that Lycanroc will get knocked out. Yeah, but without an N, my opponent can just Lysander for the win, right? Without an N, my opponent can just very likely Lysander for the win. I get a Lysander that doesn't really help my case here. Rescue doesn't help us either. I'll use the stadium just to see the 2 ends right there. 2 ends and 2 trainers mail, which could have gotten us the end. Okay, so it's gonna come down to, can my opponent find a Lysander over the course of 2 turns? Not even 1, but 2 turns. Which really sucks. I guess I'll attach the energy to Lele. I mean, see, the thing is, if I had Ninja Boy, I could also do the Ninja Boy play to finish the game. But I don't have either card. So I'll just attach there and I'll use Energy Drive. Does my opponent have Lysander? He has 15 cards left in his deck. He's used 2 Verseeker. He's used 0 Lysander. A single Tapu Lele, so he might just Lele. Well, he needs a DC as well, I guess. DC Lysander. 2 cards as his outs. I get the Ninja Boy off of the prize cards. He promotes Carbink immediately. Wow. Well, he has a Floatstone, never mind. So, and he has Lysander. Whoops. And there's the energy, so that's game. Finishing the game with 20 damage. That's understandable. Our damage output was severely limited. When compared to his, he also got the upper hand. We missed that crucial energy in the early game. Maybe the energy could have made a difference, maybe it couldn't. If we had end, we could have stood a chance to make sure my opponent didn't have energy Lysander, which were his win conditions. But it happens, guys. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed. Tapu Koko seems pretty great. Another card just like Ninetales, which played out better than I thought it would, which I'm really glad to see. And tomorrow we get to see Lycanroc. We get to see the deck that just beat us. So hopefully I'll see you guys here. Thank you. Please leave a like on the video. We have the 100 likes per video goal, which we have been reaching. Taking out a little while, but we have been reaching. So please help me out with that, guys. I really appreciate it. And I will see you guys next time. Bye-bye.